Hello, folks. Welcome to the stream. My name is Potter, and we're gonna get to talking about some elephant money and how at one time I was this multi-billionaire of elephant money. Oh, and then I had to pay some bills, and I became zero elephant money, and then I got back in. And we're going to show you what that looks like. No, it's good. So welcome guys to the show. My name, as I said, is Potter. First, let me get this out of the way. Nothing on this show is financial advice, not a zilcho, and just here to talk back and forth with some cool peeps. We already had a couple people. West Side, what's up, dude? And Drip DA, African. Is that like saying like a Dapfrican? Huh? See what I did there? But yeah, so we don't give financial advice, but we do talk about fintech. I'm gonna start calling that, guys. We're a fintech channel now. You, me, we're fintech peeps. Just saying. Also, I'm gonna let my personality show a little bit. I realize that I try to be all serious on here and stuff, but I can't hide it anymore. It's coming out of the cracks. So, one of the things that I don't talk about a lot is my background. For those who have been here for coming up on 2 years in January. You already know about my background. Technologist, been programming since I was in high school, but I only did it for a career and for about maybe 10 years. And then I got into the technology side, working on servers. I worked at big companies like Time Warner, Accenture, Ernst & Young. I served as an information systems security officer for the Department of Commerce while I was at Accenture. I'm an international consultant. I've done work, not just vacationed, in Ireland, Germany, China. Okay, it's China. Okay, good people. Puerto Rico, Mexico. Yeah. England, London. But anyway, the point is that I've been around this stuff. But, funnily enough, I put something in Elephant Money the other day that talked about Darwin, how, he's like super important guy, but he once invested in something and went all in. He went all in because it was like exporting sea stuff, and that was a big business, but the company folded. And the one thing that he didn't understand, he said in a writing, I wish I had the quote, that would have helped, that the bottom line was he never could understand people when it came to finance. And I agree. I don't care how smart I am, which I make a lot of stupid mistakes, so that brings me back to the even keel of being human. But, all the genius, it doesn't matter if you don't understand that at their core, people are human. And a lot of the people that we deal with are highly greedy and seek power. And we used to think, because we grew up on Disney films, that, oh, that was just the bad guy in the movie. It turns out it's like a lot of people that we like who are famous have gotten wrecked by people that they trust. And this ties all back into elephant money, because a good amount of the people from Elephant Money know about dApps like Drip, and they don't have this, because that's what Elephant does. It just keeps doing green candles. I wish I had sound effects. So let me go here. Because we gotta look at this together. I can't keep it to myself. Where are you? Boop. Folks, that's real. Everything else that is in my portfolio is red. Everything's bleeding. Not Bertha. And I now take that back to what we were talking about with trusting people. Bertha doesn't need to trust. Bertha's greedy. Bertha wants all the elephant for herself. And when somebody sells it, she buys it. But not only that, the feeds with elephant get paid to everybody in fractions of elephant. You know? So you're sitting there and you're not doing anything. And that was the one thing about these other dApps. You have to be not only smart to be in the space, but be some. And that opens you up to the vulnerability of bad guys saying, hey, I'll help you if you can't get into, configure your wallet. But with elephant money, Bank Teller has made it so that you just go in, you put in the amount, you buy it from Bertha. If you have a partner, you put that partner's address in. Let me recommend SK Crypto K. He's very generous, but there's other people. Go to the Elephant Telegram and you can find other people there. And you can change who your lead is, It's not a pyramid scheme. But you're looking at these numbers. I kind of hide this, but let's look at this. There's no red there. There ain't no red there, right? And I like to do it for the year. Guys, the last time that I was talking to you, the price was there. And I'm going to go to the other chart now. Boop. Nope, not that one. This one. Right? And you know what I like to do? I like to do this one. And then I like to shrink it. Because I think it's so huge that you see this part of the one. It's not just a candle. You look at it from the greater range and you go, wow, that thing never goes down. Yeah, it does. Look, somebody tried to dump over here, right? Bought it back. Look at this. Look at let's do it on yesterday or a few days ago. Oops, too far. But look at that. If this had another dApp, that's it. Everybody's going to dump, right? But what happened with this was we all got better. So except that I restarted, right? Let's go to that real quick. I'll come back to this chart because I want to do more stuff with the chart. But let's stop that. And let's go to this overture. So I'm sorry, guys, if I try to zoom in. I was zooming in the first one, but after that, I think you can see it. That was what I had. I was like, okay, let me see. I was like, let me get rid of those comments. So, somebody had a comment. Crypto Neptune. Hey, dude, I've seen you before. Green candle is the best advertisement, right? Welcome to the show. So, I've started in another wallet, so this isn't everything, but let's just go. This is when SK was like, we've talked about this, you've done shows about this, you were in on this, get back in. I know you're beat up over drip, I get it, I get DDD let you down, I get it, but do this, right? So here we go. This is over time. Now what you're going to see is the number is going to go up where the balance is, but that's just because of the reflections, right? I didn't do anything. I didn't go buy any more, right? So here we go. Well, I think one time I do, actually. Just one time I do. So 301, 305. Because I couldn't believe it. When I was taking these pictures, I was just going, is this happening? Because with the other dApps I've been in, especially after people start coming in, it just goes down. But remember, one of the reasons why I'm so confident in this is because I thought this was DDD, right? So I understood, I'd done the deep diving, understanding the algorithm of what it would take on an ecosystem level, right? But I still didn't expect this, right? So here we go. Oh, okay, wow, you made $17 in a few days, big deal. That's not Let me zoom in on that so you don't get that twisted. That's a 2, right? This is the last time that I bought, right? Well, I bought for the other one. I bought for the other wallet. I bought for the other wallet. All right, so 325. Let's just keep going. This is crazy, right? Is that stupid? That's stupid, guys. But it's proof. I didn't do anything. I just sat around. Look how much of the stake I own. I used to own, guys. I used to have a percentage stake. Oh God. Anyway, that was a real emotion, by the way. So let's go back to what I was showing before. Where are you, Barbara? There you go. So here you have something that, look at this. I mean, people are trying, and you can just look at this, and I've gotten used to it. The way it goes up and down. I've just gotten used to it. So let's go back to the day chart. Oops, sorry. When you go to the day chart, it kind of goes a little cray. So the reason I like to go to the day chart is because I like to see everything. Now, what I was saying was the last time that we talked, we were right here, right? Look where we are. We're about to hit another peak moment, and then we're gonna, it looks like, go to all-time high. The other tabs that I have open. This one is crazy. Whoever did Dune, man, shout out to you, because wow, the data that you have on this is ridiculous. And I can't say that I can sit here and tell you what all of this stuff is, but I mean, it did exactly what, here's your cross, right? And here's your cross down here. Look what happens when you meet that cross. That's where it started. Look at the cross, guys. You got a lot of stuff that's happening that's similar. It does not dictate that this will happen forever. But when I look at the algorithm, the proof does. And so not only does the proof show it, but this is real data, right? This is really happening in front of our eyes. And I think there's a couple more that I want to show. Where's that last one that I want to see? I mean, this is crazy, right? Everything that this ecosystem does is to promote the growth of the system. Look at this. Another cross. Sometimes they're called the death cross. Sometimes they're the opposite. They're the complete inverse. But this is all amazing news, and it's all in front of our face. Now, one of the things that I wanted to talk about last week that we didn't talk about was Trunk. And a lot of us, when Trunk first came out, because it looked like Drip Part 2, right? We got into it, then it lost its peg because of the Bertha exploit. But if you watch, I love that whoever put this together, they put this in here, because take a look. So that's how far we are off. So here's the peg of $1, right? So that's how long it was holding peg, based on the ecosystem of elephant. And so you can see down here, 0.15 from peg point. So this is, I'm going to keep monitoring this to see if it keeps, while it keeps going up. It's not an if it keeps going up. So, a major shout out to this dev who put this together. I could not do these numbers. I would pull my hair out trying to get it done. But the bottom line is this one. The numbers aren't telling us a lie. There's only one thing that I object to what Bank Teller said. And I kind of object strongly, He speaks it about EOTO, eat one, teach one. And I just have to say, I'm not eating anyone. And I just don't get it. And if you eat someone, how can you teach them? Who's going to want to listen to you, even if you eat part of them, which I would not ever taste human? Yuck. And that's why I can't. I can't. I'll teach someone, but that EO part, no, no, I'm not eating anyone. I'm sorry. Okay. The other thing that when I was describing before about the ease of the system is I think it's a real draw to retail people. And BT in his last AMA, he was like, "Tell your grandma," and I get it because this is not like let's just use drip for an example. Buy, after you buy, go to another screen, stake, after you stake, claim, after you claim, hydrate. If you don't hydrate, you claim your BNB by go back to the swap, you get an off ramp, blah, 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 blah. This isn't that complicated, and that's why I feel the ease for the retail investor really looks promising. Oh, you know what I want to show you guys? Users. Wallets. There we go. Look at this. So I came in about here-ish. In here. I just know that when I was in here, there were only like 1,700 wallets, and now 2,200, and that's a month, right? BT's push is to get this as a commercial thing. He's looking for 1 million wallets, right? So if people ask, "Am I early?" Yeah, I think so. So let me go back up to this, because that's just a nice background. That's just a really nice background. Now he did talk about, lending being off the table, which I like, because when you get into lending, you get into a whole different beast. And if there's anything that we have seen is that the powers that be don't want this crypto thing to happen because it destabilizes their power and their growth and their own wealth. They have no intent on not fighting. Fight or flight? They decided not flight. They didn't decide to co-opt. They decided to attack us. And our belief that this new economic system can make the world a better place, as opposed to the richer who are letting people sleep in tents on streets. Now, don't get me wrong, if you go to Skid Row, I listened to this show, it's called Soft White Underbelly. 100% of the people in Skid Row are on drugs, right? So there is that fact. But at the same time, there are people who aren't on Skid Row, but they're staying at campsites, they're in rest areas, they're sleeping in hotel parking lots. So, well, we have this new thing that we can see it, and it was working until they started attacking it, right? Very powerful money. But I think they're starting to get into the co-opt part. But I think that elephant money has the opportunity to change stuff. I kind of made fun of, in my head at least, when BT got a little bit emotional when he was talking about stuff, but I nearly BT'd myself. When you think about all the suffering in that, we were doing something positive that they could make money off of too, but as opposed to joining us, they would have put us under. And there's nothing we can do about it other than say, we can try to make our stuff decentralized so that you can't choke one person, right? Because if you guys get to one person, you'll say something about them. You've got a whole capability to make anybody look bad. I mean, you've got a whole cabal. Like, take a look at Michael. In the US, there's this football player, Michael Irvin. He got pushed out of his job. just because somebody said something. Now to come to find out he's $25 million richer, and the case is dismissed and he got his job back, right? So what's different about crypto, people, is you are called a loony, far extreme person when you're just actually trying to promote freedom for individuals, right? The dev world is always being attacked by these entities where they take advantage of our ability to take code and make them money, and then they act like we shouldn't be the star athletes. We should be the ones who are getting paid. And so, like football players, I think that that's going to be a thing, right? We're doing crazy stuff. We're working our butts off, creating things that didn't exist before, and you're getting paid. Like, look what Unity did. It's so funny that Unity was completely disunity, unless it was a big plan all along to go, just kidding. We just want to get your attention so that we can charge. Unreal charges 5%, we can charge 4%. But what they were doing was they were hurting little devs. They told little devs, hey, you owe me $1 million for the thing that we're going to implement retroactively. We had a contract under terms of service, and you violated that. So that's what's happening on blockchain when you have people changing a contract to meet a new norm versus building around it. BT did not change the code. He changed the mechanisms around the exploited code. He didn't abandon it and go to another project, right? Like you see some of these devs like, oh, here's this new dApp. Oh, I'm going to go do this new dApp. And, people follow them because you go, okay, maybe, that big hope quotient is huge. But the elephant money system is geared to literally combat that. It's literally built to literally, how many times can I say literally? To combat greed by automating it. And as bank teller said, he's looking forward to giving up the keys. So, that's a little of my for elephant. I bet you felt that too. So I'm happy. A few people that I have told, I did not eat them. EOTO, we got to change that motto, guys. Can't eat people. Plain and simple. But the people that I've told, hey, I don't know what's happening as far as what you want to do, but if I had a house that had a mortgage, and wait, let me put this back. I am an entertainer. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm telling you what I would do. I would sell everything to go into this. But let me tell you, also kind of like, eccentric, geniusy. And if you go to Darwin, when he did that, he lost everything. Right? So it's not, I don't think that's necessarily a good idea. I'm just saying that's how strongly I feel about it. And not just like, oh, I've got a good feeling about this. No, based on being beat in the face for 2 years by horrible crypto projects, being strung along by, the master string-alongs, for 2.5 years, and being a technologist, and now deving again. I can see what this project is, and he has removed the greed element. And the way that is because when you look at those red candles today, there are people taking profit from things that they want, and people are gaming the systems. But Elephant Money is geared to combat that. And this is a guy who was born in fintech, So last week was the show was pretty much a train wreck. I tried to get through a lot of stuff real quick, and I've got a lot of other stuff I want to talk about, but I'm not going to do that anymore. If I get on a tangent, I'm just going to stick to it. And as I always tell the popular 12 who've been here and we're watching, when there's only like 12 people watching, it'd take a whole week to get to 12 people. And I loved every minute of it, because I don't ask people to like or subscribe, because I don't own any anything on YouTube. It's their ability to let me talk to you. And so you can follow me. But I appreciate it. But if you get something out of it, that's good. Just don't eat anybody and then tell people. All right, guys. You're amazing. And you're very smart. And good luck if you're an elephant. We'll see where this goes. And I'll keep talking about it. And we'll talk about this elephant a little bit more tomorrow, but it'll be focused a little bit more on drip and elephant. And I just hit something, and I hope I'm still here. All right, guys. Love you much. Game on. Oh, wait. You can't blow that. How can you blow the ending? You blew the ending. Game on.